So how's everybody doing today? Today we're back and we're going to be filming some photography tips. Something I really enjoy is taking my camera out and going and capturing images of mountains and landscapes. But being that we're currently in quarantine and we should probably stay home, I could probably do that, but still just some fun options and some at home ideas. I'm going to show you some of my ideas that I had after watching a couple videos. I found some different options, and I'll throw up some of my old images here. And I'm not what you would call a professional photographer, but it is a fun hobby of mine and I really enjoy it. I currently use a Canon EOS Rebel T7, and I got it for Christmas and I've been really getting into it and had a lot of fun with it. So let's get into the video here and show you what I can do. So for our first set of images here, what I have is an orange, a glass bowl, and some water. We'll go over here to the corner of the patio, and we'll have the lavender bush in the background here. Okay, so we got the camera set up here. So the camera's here, the bowl's here. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna back the camera up a little bit, and we're gonna dump this water into this bowl here. Oh, I made a little bit of a mess, but that's all right. Really a little bit more. Probably about that much water. You can see that there. We have the bush in the background. So next we're going to want to try and get the camera set up. So I will switch to live view on the camera now. So now we are going to lower this down to there. Try and point this down. Lower it a little bit more. So we have that there, and we'll get into the images. Okay, so coming out here, we have the camera set up here with the water in the bowl and the orange. And what we have our settings set at, we're gonna try this out here. It's trial and error. Let's see what it comes up with. So here's our settings. We have our speed at 1/4000th. We have it at f3.5, our ISO at 400. And on the live view, it's looking pretty good there. So we'll give this a try and let's see how this goes. Okay, so obviously that was a little bit too close. I got my camera a little wet, not too wet, but yeah, so that splashed some water everywhere. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna do this a few more times and I'll try to get some more images and I'll show you guys what I come up with. Okay, so that obviously turned out really cool. And so here, this is the aftermath. Obviously, lots of water. But it turned out really cool. And I also don't want you guys to think that the orange is the only idea. You can use any type of fruit and also any object. Like, it doesn't have to be limited to fruit. So my example was an orange because it's what I had, but anything you guys do have, I recommend trying it. Maybe it'll turn out cooler than this. I think altogether it turned out really cool. And let's move on to the next one. So next on our list here we have a little bit of water in the bottom of this bowl. I have it in the shade to try and cover up the sunlight from the outside, because for this one we don't want as much sunlight. And we just have a little bit of vegetable oil here. And with this vegetable oil, what we're going to do is just pour a little bit on the top of the water. And I'll show that here. So then with that, that's going to start to separate there. Probably got a little bit too much in there. We'll move that out to the sunlight here so you can see. So there's some oil in there. We'll try to stir it up a little bit. We want some little bubbles in there. As you can see there, hopefully, there are some bubbles in there. So it's turned out to be all right, and we're just gonna let this separate here. Let the oil separate from the water, and I'll get right back with you as soon as that's done. So what we have here is the oil, and we have my phone, which I have this image off of Google, which is just a blue to orange scale with a light in the middle. So what you do is you take the oil and water and you put it on top of it, and through there you shoot up on top above it, and yeah, let's see how it turns out. So I ended up using quite a few images there. I found a few more off Google, and you can do this with any image. The bright colors usually work better, but any image that you can find. It's super simple, just a glass bowl, some water and some oil, and change your ratios of water and oil and that kind of stuff, and you'll be able to make different patterns, and it looks really cool, as you can see by the images I'm showing you here. Okay, so for the next one here, we have a wine glass, and this is full. I have water in there. This idea will work with any glass, but it looks pretty cool with a wine glass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the camera about right here, and I'm gonna find a place to do it. And you literally just shake the water and kind of spin it, and it comes out, and it should look pretty cool. So you want your shutter speed to be pretty high for this. And yeah, you just kind of take as many pictures as you can, and I'm going to look for a background and we'll get into it. So that one was a bit tricky with the glass I was using. It was a smaller brim, and the water didn't want to come out too well. So if you are doing this, I would recommend using a bigger brimmed glass. But the images that I got did turn out really cool, so I think that should work pretty good. And so yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one here, and the next one's gonna use this tennis ball. I just grabbed it from my dog, and we're just gonna dip it in water, and we're gonna spin it out in front of the camera and try to get the water swirl coming off of it. And let's see how this turns out. So that one didn't work out too well. Seems like you almost need 2 people for that one. I don't know, I'm probably not doing something right, but it was fun. The water swirl looked really cool, but unless you can get it perfectly framed and in focus, it doesn't look too great. So maybe we'll try it again another day with somebody else, but for now, I got one good image, I think, which looks like it on my camera, and I'll throw that up now. And yeah. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my photography tips and some ideas that maybe you can try to do in quarantine. And so yeah, altogether I had pretty much a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys next time. See you later.